You're now tuning into Pimp Dinnersations here in Houston, Texas, where you're going to hear real stories about real career experiences in corporate America. Now let's eat. All right, so in this segment of the show, I just want you all to just introduce yourselves, let us know what your name is and what your occupation is, starting with you.
My name is Jordan Hargrove. I'm in procurement. I'm actually a contract administrator, but I end up doing procurement. It's a long story. But
For sure, we'll talk about it later.
For sure.
My name is Iisha Patterson. I lead the North American Human Resources operations for a global manufacturing company.
I'm Sean Johnson, and I'm a personal banker. Yep. Nice. Been in banking for a little over 6 years now.
Cool. So in this segment of Pimp Dinnersations, we're actually going to talk about what would you actually do in certain situations in corporate America. Each person has 2 questions to ask the group and to answer, and then we'll all collectively talk about it. Starting with you, Sean.
Sure.
What's your first question?
If your cell phone rings while in a meeting, but you need to answer it because it is about a new job opportunity, what would you do? I personally wouldn't answer it, just because first we're in a business meeting, so wherever environment I'm currently in comes first. And I feel that after the meeting is over, I can always return that call and explain to them why I didn't answer the phone call. And if I explain to them that I was in a business meeting, I think they'll even set me up even better with that job opportunity. Because then hopefully they will understand that I prioritize myself with the meeting or the current job that I was currently in.
I think that's a good response. I think that's actually a good action to take, because if they understand how serious you are with your current job, then they'll know that you're serious about the job that you actually will be getting. You know what I mean? So what do you guys think?
I think I agree with Sean. I think most employers, particularly me coming from an HR perspective, they expect you to be at work during the day, right? So there's not truly an expectation that we're gonna have the individual answer the call. If they do, that's great, but I think it's reasonable to not answer the call until you are in a place where you can freely speak. So.
However, it depends on how much I like the current job that I'm in.
That's a good point.
If I really want to leave, I'm stepping out that meeting and taking that call.
Yeah,
That's just me
that's
personally.
true. Makes sense.
But it's not guaranteed about that potential job yet. Mm-hmm. So do you think that you would actually, be hurting yourself with the current job, just in case they'd be like, well, how come you left? This is an important meeting.
It's a risk, but if it's not my turn to talk at that time, I think I can put the church finger up and step out for a quick second and take a phone call. It's the kids.
Is it? Oh, that's always a good excuse when you got kids.
Yeah.
But see, the challenge with that is, though, are you going to be able to freely talk? You're in an important meeting. Folks are expecting you to come back. What if I'm calling you and I'm ready to do an interview? So now you're kind of in a compromised position because you took the call knowing you really didn't have the time. So it's kind of juggling act. You probably have to say, let's set up a time to
Well, if
call
you were
back.
doing an interview, they would call you and let you know, or email you something, let you know that you're doing an interview ahead of time.
Not all the time.
They just call you out the blue.
You will get phone calls. Hey,
Yeah.
this is Iisha. I got your resume. It's now a good time for us to discuss this opportunity.
Oh, I've had that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Then I would be in that hallway.
Right. I mean, you could just use a legitimate excuse and be a legitimate excuse and say, I got to go to the restroom. Like, excuse me, pardon me for a second. You ain't got to know what you got to do.
See what we have here. If your coworker is interested in you romantically, but you're not, how would you handle the situation?
And you're married, so.
Well, typically HR is just, not an option. So usually romantic relationships in workplace. Happy with HR, however, I can say I've had experiences where I've been at a business meeting and a vendor may show some interest, and so they're a little more bolder. They're not an employee of the company. I've also gotten the phone of a former employee where I was referred to as babe. It was text messages between 2 employees, but I think HR is usually just kind of, you don't go there.
But how do you deal with that? Do you confront them like head on and say, look, or do you kind of just say, well, you know what, let me just deal with somebody in HR first, and then, they'll let them handle it?
So in the case of the vendor, he was very direct with a remark that he made to me at a business dinner. And so I did escalate that to my business VP.
Yeah.
And we eventually talked to the CEO of that company, and I got a formal apology letter. And and the company was like, "Hey, how you doing? Just want to make sure you're okay after this event." Next thing you know, I got equity in the company, so I had stock options.
Oh.
Yeah. So sometimes the company, yeah. So,
Right.
but it was presented to me because I've been doing such a great job at work. But it was interesting that it happened on the heels of what could have potentially been like a sexual harassment claim. So, but as far as the terminated employee in the phone, what do you do then? They're already gone. It's just kind of comical in a sense.
Yeah.
Actually, I recently got hit on at work.
Oh.
And actually, it was a strange. I got a text message. I'm like, how they got my number? But they text me, making a strange offer, and I told them I'm married. But first I was like, I thought they had the wrong number. So I was like, you got the wrong number. You need to find whoever you were trying to send this to. And then they said my name, and they're like, yeah, I know who you are. And
Know your department, know your cubicle number?
basically. And so they told me I'm married. I'm not. And I just basically just like, I'm married. I'm not leaving my wife for nothing.
Yeah.
So forget it. And if you have any other questions, you can consult my wife, who I will be meeting at lunch at 12 o'clock. I mean, it's awkward as a man taking things like that to HR, because I think it's treated differently from when a woman does it.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
That is a good point. Have you ever been hit on at work?
Not directly, as far as just coming directly at me. I think there have been like hints or like little comments here and there, but not directly. So and like you just said, I think it's a great point as far as from a man's perspective, it's always different just because a lot of times it's the other way around, and it's a lot more common the other way around.
Yeah.
So it's a lot harder being a man and trying to receive or take that in, and it's not as easy to just go to HR. I mean, I guess the option is there, but you tend to just handle it yourself.
Yeah.
Internally.
Because you don't really think about it like that.
Yeah, exactly. You just figure
So
out, just handle it, just push them off, just drive them away, and then just let it just die down. I think you just get the work done. I mean, at the end of the day, you're there to do a job and just do as much as you can, if not all of it.
Yeah.
I mean,
And see, the thing is, I think, okay, so I'm gonna play a little devil's advocate. So I think, yes, that's probably the right thing to do. However, if I already got a lot on my plate, the last thing I'm gonna do is somebody else work for them. So I'm gonna say, look, just go to the manager. Is there a possibility that we, hire somebody or have somebody on the team to do their work and help out, so I'm not the only person doing it? Or B, how about I don't just do it at all and you just kind of figure this out, you know what I'm saying? Because it's not supposed to be me that's doing it.
I think it also depends on how much you have gone as far as your own work.
Exactly.
Because at the end of the day, you still have to do your job.
Yeah.
I think as long as you do your job and still find time to do whatever it is she asks you to do, try to do as much of it as you can. And if she comes back, however long that may be, let her know that you still had a lot going on with your own job, and then you weren't able to do this much.
Right. I think
the manager want to share the load.
And exactly. I think at the end of the day, it's all about communication. Like, if you're able to talk with your manager and say, look, this person gave me this. We discussed this in this meeting, but I only have this on my plate. Maybe we need to push my deadlines back if you really want me to get this done. Put the onus on your manager to figure this out and to delegate. That way you're not dealing with it. And then let them figure it out. Question.
Okay, next question. If a team of your coworkers are planning to reveal a scandal of illegal activities completed by your manager, would you join them? Well, so I have been a part of a situation where a scandal was being revealed that could have potentially have been illegal, had it led to a sexual harassment claim where one of my VPs was having an affair with one of his direct reports. And they were getting pretty intimate in the office. And
married? He's married?
Both were married.
Both?
To individuals.
Wow.
Both were married to other individuals. It just so happened the VP had gotten a new cell phone, and he needed the IT guy to do some updates or program the phone, what have you. So there were It so happened a text message popped up.
It said, babe.
Well,
Not like this.
there were some pictures. There was a little boy. So he immediately came down and he said, hey, you know, Iisha, what do I do about this?
On the work phone?
On the work phone? With the BlackBerry?
They didn't even try.
Not the BlackBerry.
Not at all.
Babe.
So it was quite interesting. Yeah, there were quite a few other pictures and
Oh.
and so I think that's back to our don't get your honey where you get your money too. Because if the relationship goes bad, and particularly because it was her boss, she could have claimed like potentially a sexual harassment claim, which would make it illegal. But yeah, I don't think they gave it that much thought.
Problem right there.
Yeah, so you get callous, you get comfortable.
Yeah, like Bonnie and Clyde.
Yep.
Yeah, it was unfortunate for him because he had several millions of dollars in stock options.
Wow.
So,
He had to forfeit all of that?
So when you make
Whoa.
bad mistakes in the workplace, it can cost several million dollars.
Yeah. Especially when you're married.
Yeah.
Especially when you married. Like,
I can't risk.
Yeah.
right.
So, yeah, that's my 2 cents.
If you were given a task to fire someone at work, on what grounds would your reasoning be for firing them? I've never been in this position, but I'm assuming that if I was given a task, that a reason would be given to me. Is that how?
Well, let me ask you this though. Well, if you was to fire somebody, what would be the major reason why you would want to fire somebody? Like, what would be the thing that hurts you the most? You'd be like, you know what, they need to be fired. And think about what you do on a daily basis. What really hurts you when somebody don't do X, Y, Z?
In my line of work, you would just have to really not care. Like you have to be obvious that you're not trying to do the job, or you just not like we've given you several chances, we've given you training after training, and you are not improving at all. Like you're still looking like your first month, 9 months down the road. So it's like, okay, I don't think this is the position for you.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I can
As
think.
simple as that.
Yeah.
That's a wrap for Pimp Dinnersations here in Houston, Texas. Make sure you stay tuned for more Pimped Out episodes. Here's to pimping forever.